So we have the noodles boiling. You don't have to do that. And now we are going to make our fettuccine Alfredo sauce. And it's like one of the easiest recipes there are. Like, it's easier than making spaghetti sauce, unless you just pour it from a jar. But
what, medium high? High?
What do you think it should be?
Medium high? Medium.
Medium high for now, because this stovetop takes forever to heat up. So while that's getting warm, the first ingredient that's going to go in, do you know what that is?
Chicken? Heavy whipping cream.
I was going to ask, why do you think chicken?
Warm it up. Normally you would cook the chicken if it's raw, but we already cooked our chicken last night. I'm still lost right now.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to add is the heavy whipping cream. We want that to get nice and hot.
Right.
That's the base of our sauce.
Yep, it's good. I got more. I probably should open this.
Yeah. You don't shake it.
That's what not to do.
Don't shake it, because when you do, heavy whipping cream, when you shake it or whip it or anything, becomes whipped cream. And then it comes out clunky and chunky and gross. Just do the whole thing, man.
I like your style.
Once this butter has melted, you're going to know when it's ready for the next stage of adding an ingredient. Again, this is a very simple recipe, but it tastes amazing. So now we're going to chunk up the cream cheese. Those noodles, I'd say, have another minute. You're going to want to put that in chunks as well, because you're going to stir that in till it cooks out. It's not important how small or anything they are, so, and it doesn't have to look pretty. You want it to stay thick, put the cream cheese in. You could put 2 packs in, but we have one because of the virus right now. We had to order groceries, and that was on our list, but unfortunately they must have been sold out.
I think I might have forgot to put it on the
Or
list.
Ryan forgot to put it on the list.
That's my fault.
I think I should have defaulted to that, but I didn't.
When in doubt, it's Ryan's fault.
Oh, Bruno's mad. Hold on. Bruno is eating a sucker. Okay, back to the sauce. It's nice and hot. It's not going to get thick right away, but what we can do, and what we probably want to do, is see if those noodles are ready. Are they ready? You could just take one out and put it on that pan that's clean. 1, not 2.
I didn't mean to put that many out.
No, yeah.
Feels ready. Oh,
It's not.
but it tastes ready.
How is it too al dente?
Maybe a little bit more.
I like it al dente, so we're gonna say it's ready. Quit putting no.
It's stuck.
You're gonna put them back into your pan with no heat, of course, because you don't want them to be cooking as they're sitting there without any liquid. We put oil in it, and we just kind of toss it around so that they don't stick together. And pretty much it'll stay warm, because this sauce does cook up pretty quickly once it's hot. And so he's just gonna stir that around and get that oil so the noodles don't stick together. We had previously also in the boiling water, we put salt in it. That's going to give your noodles, I did, because I knew you wouldn't.
I didn't.
It's going to give your noodles just that little bit of taste. That way there's just a little flavor. Okay, so we are going to add fresh garlic that was previously chopped up to it, but we're not going to do that right now. The only reason is if you cook garlic for too long. No, you already have one right here.
No, purple.
No.
He wants the purple.
I know what he wants.
You just get, I'll use the other one.
Time out. So we have a lot of sauce. We're going to add the whole bag of the Parmesan to it. Normally, I don't think you would add quite so much. I think they even say you could add a 1/4 cup, but it's a little ridiculous in this house. So remember, Parmesan is a salty cheese, so you don't really have to add. We notice we haven't added salt or pepper to our sauce yet. Keep stirring that quickly, please. You don't want that to get. You could see some of that cheese that melts it in there right away, which is fine, but you don't want it to start cooking on the bottom. So since we have that going, go ahead and add the garlic. Garlic does get bitter if you cook it too long, but it's mostly if you fry or you were to saute something. So that's why you would add garlic last. It's fresh. Yeah, it was 2 small cloves of garlic that we put in there. Hey, you want to remember to put that Parmesan bag in the trash so that you don't have to do it later. Thanks. An important step in cooking is cleaning it up as you go along. Something that I have to remind him of a lot.
A little bit.
A lot. All they can see is your thumb, dork. Okay. So add the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. The 2 cans of mushrooms.
We don't mind having the wet mushrooms. We do like the dry mushrooms as well. They just cost more. So we're fine either or. If you want your pasta to stay hot, right, I would put that pan on. The chicken, we baked a whole chicken last night. And then I wanted him to take out and just kind of cube it. But it's kind of more shred cubed than anything. And it's because the chicken baked off really tender. It was falling apart. So oh no, we have really tender chicken to put in our sauce. Bruno Zeke, you are not getting another one of those. So I'm going to wait till it gets a thicker consistency. Okay, so cook, I'm gonna need you to put a dab on the palm of your hand of the sauce, and I want you to taste it and tell me if you believe it needs salt or pepper.
Salt.
Alright, so he's gonna add some salt.
Salt comes up fast.
Okay, put it in your hand, remember. Nope. Okay, put it in your hand before you add it to the pan so you can gauge how much. I didn't taste it, cook. You did.
A little bit more.
I would always add less and then add in stages. I wouldn't just add a big chunk of salt all at once. That's a lot of salt. Remember, the Parmesan is salt as well. And Bruno just knocked something over.
Alright, you want to taste this? Then? Tell me if it needs more salt.
Pause. Okay, so that is enough salt for me
Just a tiny
too.
bit of pepper.
And we just kind of do it because it just tastes good. So we're going to go ahead and add the cold ingredient because for now that's a good consistency of thickness. And plus it's going to decrease that temperature that we need it to do so it doesn't overboil. And this is something we're going to go back to this guy because we need to fold it because of all the ingredients that are in the sauce.
Good.
Fold and fold. For sure.
I eat this like soup.
Yeah, it does.
I shouldn't, but I do.
So we're just going to wait for that to basically heat up. That is a nice thick sauce. Again, if you want it to be thicker, you would either cook it down for, I'd say, another 7 to 10 minutes, which is kind of long, or you could add another thing of cream cheese and it would be thick in no time. So you would be good.
Fettuccini Alfredo sauce. I hope you like it. If you want to, send your pictures in the comments below.
What? No, there's not that. There's no. There's
this is just a fun thing that we wanted to do. We hope you guys
thinks
enjoy it.
he's a YouTuber now.
I'm not a YouTuber.
He's hoping to get famous off of this.
No. This is just for our friends and family.
Or this.
This is from being stuck at home for longer than this is going on, 3 weeks for me now?
There's just a lot going on in our country and all over the world. So our hearts are with you all.
Yes, we pray for each and every one of you.
And pray for us because we're with you.
Yeah. God bless. Have a great day.
I thought we were going to show them the finished product.
Yes. Still have a great day, but yes, we will show you the finished product.
Okay, so we are going to what I guess you guys might be used to, like if you go to Olive Garden, you're gonna see your plate and it has the noodles and then the pasta or the pasta sauce is just kind of ladled over it, which is fine, but we kind of just mix it all together.
We ain't that fancy.
We did have broccoli that we wanted to put in there.
Oh yes, we did.
But there's not enough room in there.
You want to add it in here and then?
It's not going to cook up. So go ahead and add this to the pasta, and then pour it over it. And then we're gonna have to leave some of the sauce in there so we can cook that broccoli in it. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Oh boy. This is when things usually go wrong, guys. I don't know if I should cut out. Okay. It's Oh, it's all over the...
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's all over the side.
No.
It is. Look at
that, but...
Right, no, not all the sauce. You need some of the sauce in there.
Yes,
I just said...
Just tear me off a piece of paper towel, please.
Oh, man.
We still have enough. You want to cook the broccoli in this here?
No. No, I do not. That's why I wanted you to leave sauce in the other pan.
Okay, I got this covered. I guess I should have used this the first time. But
Yeah, I know. I just went for it.
like I said, if a dummy can do it, you can do it.
Put the broccoli in, please. Make sure that if there's any excess water that it does not make its way in there.
I'll turn this on medium because it's boiling.
There should be water in there, so I would take it out and put it in there. Preferably, if you are making this, you should use fresh broccoli. We don't have that option right now, so we were using frozen. However, our freezer is not doing great, so it's kind of already, you know.
Oh, well, I also pulled this from the freezer last night and put it in the fridge. That's my fault. I didn't know that.
Again?
I guess.
Alright, remember to put that to trash. Oh, sir.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
This is dummy doing it.
Well, I guess since it was refrigerated, and it won't
medium.
take long to heat it up. And since that's the case, we're just going to mix it all together with the noodles once that's hot enough. And we're going to put it on a plate. I can't hardly breathe.
We should have done 2 bags of broccoli.
No, I think 1 is good. So I made this really awesome broccoli the other night. And Ryan ate like 2 bites. And he's like, oh, and then he told me he was feeling snacky.
No, it was.
And
it
then
was, it was good, but it wasn't as good as.
He told me we needed to add a bunch of broccoli to this.
Travis,
and I know
if you're watching, it was not as good as the broccoli that she made that night, that day that we came over. That was bomb broccoli. This was.
I don't believe he likes broccoli.
Good broccoli. But he ate it.
No.
Yeah, he did.
It was optional.
I think he ate some. Because I'm not a big fan of broccoli either, but
No.
I like it if it's cooked properly.
Thought it's splattering everywhere.
There's a few splatter spots. That's
Oh yeah, there's splatter spots here.
where?
All over here.
That's from the whisk. That's not fair. You cannot count that against me. These two spots.
And over there somehow there was a spot on that side. I noticed it. And I cleaned this stove. Alright, that should be heated up, man. Should be hot enough.
Okay.
Mix it all up. Put it on a plate or bowl or whatever it is you're going to serve it up.
I'm going to turn this off. Put this here. And I will scoop it out.
Mommy.
What, baby? Be careful. You gotta go potty? Okay, well, we'll show you what it looks like in a minute. But we gotta go potty. How's the cubby?
I'll taste it really quick.
Okay, so sorry, I'm out of breath. We are serving, and notice that it's still pretty creamy it's sticking to the noodles. That's a good serving amount right there. I don't know whose plate that is, but it was a good amount the first time.
Well, I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I want to show them what a good portion looks like. Then you can also take a little bit of extra sauce.
Which you don't really need to do.
And drizzle over.
Okay.
And voila. Oh, minus the chicken.
You don't have to say the V. Okay.
And you can choose to add additional Parmesan cheese or grated Parmesan cheese on it if you want.
Which you really shouldn't, because it doesn't need it. Yep. But some people do. So, yeah.
And there you have it. And
Now,
this is how to cook with a dummy.
That's not what this is. This is just how to cook with Ryan Somsel. So.
AKA a dummy.
Okay. Whatever. All right.
All right. Have a
Love
good
you,
night,
babe.
folks. Love you guys.